When it comes to country music, no name matches that of George Strait. Renowned as the king of country, George is a legend of the music world. The legendary country singer and songwriter has produced several hits throughout his music career. Indeed, the king of country music is among the most influential and famous recording artists of all time. With a net worth of more than $300 million, George has had quite a successful career in the music world. But what is George Strait doing with all these millions? And how does George Strait spend his money? Stay tuned to find out. Having sold more than 100 million records worldwide, George Strait is one of the best-selling artists of all time. Of all his albums, 13 have achieved multi-platinum status, including the 8 times platinum Pure Country, while a further 33 have achieved platinum status. Overall, Strait is amongst the best-selling artists in U.S. history. He made it into the Country Music Hall of Fame in the 2000s. So yeah, he is a big deal. But before we tell you how the king of country music spends his millions, let's see how he built a career that amassed his wealth in the music industry. Born May the 18th, 1952 in Texas, George was raised alongside 2 siblings on a 2,000-acre cattle ranch owned by his father in Pearsall. He became interested in music during his high school days and joined a rock and roll band with other students. Even though bands like the Beatles first drew him in, he quickly fell in love with country artists like Hank Thompson, Lefty Frizzell, and Merle Haggard, and regularly attended live performances by country artists across Texas. After high school, he joined the Army and was stationed in Hawaii. That's right, he fought for his country. And while in the military, he joined an Army-sanctioned country band. After 4 years in the forces, he had an honorable discharge and pursued post-secondary education at Southwest Texas State University, eventually graduating with a degree in agriculture. After being rejected by every major record label he approached, he was very close to quitting music. It's a good thing his wife convinced him to stick with it, because we would be missing some great hits. MCA finally offered him a recording contract in 1981. He released his first single, Unwound, in the same year, and the song was a hit. The song ranked number 6 on the country charts and motivating George to release a debut album called Straight Country. The album was influential for various reasons, mainly because it proved that traditional country sounds could still be popular today. Previously, the genre was shifting heavily towards pop music. With the release of Unwound, it was clear that George Strait was going places, and fast. Throughout his 50-year-long career, George has accumulated a series of awards, achievements, and accolades that show precisely how his musical legacy has impacted millions, not forgetting the millions of concert tickets and albums he has sold in that same time. With such a career success, George has grown to become one of the wealthiest singers in the world and outranks nearly all other country singers in comparison. His total net worth is estimated to be between $300 to $345 million, and considering his tours brought in $99 million over the most recent 3-year period, it's easy to see how that stacked up so quickly. With a net worth of more than $300 million, only 4 other country singers have a higher net worth. Those are Garth Brooks, Toby Keith, Shania Twain, and of course, Dolly Parton. But what is George Strait doing with all these millions? Well, he spends his money on luxurious cars, mansions, and investments. So, let's take a look. The 2012 Bentley ContinentalGTC. When you are the king of country music, you drive a car fitting for your station. A car that is iconic as you are. In the case of George Strait, that car used to be an ultra-luxurious 2012 Bentley ContinentalGTC convertible. We say used because it was sold for a handsome $159,000. Strait sold the stylish Bentley with a signed manual for the new owner. The Bentley GTC has just as much an interesting story to tell as its ex-celebrity owner. The buyer must feel like a lucky man. First-generation GTs were manufactured between 2003 and 2011. Designed by Raul Pires and Dirk Van Brakel, they were powered by a 6L W12 twin-turbo engines and wired to a 6-speed ZF Triptronic automatic transmission. The convertible version was dubbed the GTC, or Grand Tour Convertible, and was released in 2006. The car was built like a gem, with smooth edges and flashy interiors. With a wheelbase of over 108 inches, this first-gen Bentley is sturdy enough to handle higher speeds and rugged terrain. The height and weight slightly varies between the standard and the GTC version. The car was a monstrous hit and ruled the luxury car market for about 8 years before the second generation release between 2011 and 2018. The 2-door, 2x2 convertible is the best version the car has ever seen. The design credits for this latest version of Bentley are shared between Stefan Seeloff, John Paul Gregory, and Darren Day. It's just a mere coincidence that an artist as iconic as George Strait has been the owner of a car as iconic as the Bentley Continental GTC. George's Bentley was an all-black model with stunning silver alloy wheels and luxurious interiors. Garia Luxury Golf Car. The undisputed king of country music is now living a peaceful country-style life in the Texas Hill country neighborhood. The legendary music star has been seen playing golf, so it isn't a surprise that George is the brand ambassador of Garia luxury golf cars and also happens to own one. As the name suggests, the Garia is far from an average car. It's genuinely and exclusively a golf special. The vehicle is powered by lithium batteries and can reach a top speed of up to 40 kilometers per hour. Not too bad considering it's a golf car. As suggested by George, this golf car is beyond the ordinary. It gives you the option of adding luxury features like sports seats, a windshield, a refrigerator, and a champagne bucket on the go. Unlike its peers, the Garia luxury golf car offers unparalleled performance. It comes with a double wishbone suspension, automotive-grade glass, and a hill holder function for automatic safety braking when necessary. George was also rumored to have been the proud owner of a truck, where there are no concrete details or evidence about the same. The San Antonio Dream Mansion. Designed by sculptor-turned-architect Bill Tull, the Adobe Mansion took 2 years to build and sits on 12.2 acres of hilltop land, boasting expansive 360-degree views. The architect had to relocate his staff to San Antonio, where they resided for the 2 years the home was under construction. And what a house it turned out to be! A masterclass in modern rustic style, with character-rich wooden beams running throughout the property. The 7,925 square foot mansion has exquisite views, a beautiful swimming pool, 14 hand-sculpted fireplaces, 4 bedrooms, and 7 baths. Each house bedroom is en suite with its own fireplace, while the master suite has separate his and her bathrooms and closets and 2 fireplaces. The house boasts a dreamy chef's kitchen, a gym with separate bath and sauna, and multiple venues for dining and entertaining large groups, both inside and outside, on paved terraces. And if you're looking to relax, those 14 handcrafted fireplaces offer plenty of options to cozy up to for a snuggly evening on the sofa. A muted color palette throughout adds to the tranquil, earthy ambiance. So if you ever wondered what being one of the world's best-selling music stars can get you, wonder no more. Because the king of country, George Strait, has listed his spectacular San Antonio hilltop mansion for $7.5 million. Go for it if you have a few million lying around. Tapatio Springs Golf Resort and Conference Center. As we said, golf is one of the sports George Strait devotes much of his spare time to. George and his good old friend Tom Cusick decided to make themselves a happy pair as they bought a golf property. They purchased the 250-acre Tapatio Springs Golf Resort and Conference Center in Boerne, Texas, about 25 miles northwest of San Antonio. Built in 1981, Tapatio Springs currently has 27 holes of golf, a resort hotel, over 20,000 square feet of convention and meeting facilities, tennis, swimming, and a fitness club. It was the first golf resort conference center in the San Antonio area and opened up that market for visitors and corporate outings. So, if you ever find yourself in Boerne, be sure to check out the fantastic resort. And that brings us to the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed our video. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our awesome content. And please, give us a like, share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our new uploads. We value your feedback, and feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. I'm Mickey V, and until next time, goodbye.